In this webisode, oh boy, I sure hope Granny isn't listening because we're about to let this juice loose. Guys, will Bitcoin options expiring tomorrow skyrocket Bitcoin's price, or in fact, could this be the trigger that continues a dump for Bitcoin to some very treacherous levels? And we have some insane whale activity that we're going to be tracking and looking into in this webisode. And as well, with some confirmed bullish divergence on the 1 hour chart, we've actually seen a very nice resurgence in Bitcoin's price up to about 10,670. But guys, do not get excited yet because we have a lot we need to cover before we get bullish. And basically the biggest technical reason in the short term that we have not flipped completely bearish just yet is exactly this. We've been mentioning the 21-week moving average as we've just gotten a significant bounce here. However, guys, we do not want to get excited yet because there is so much going on these charts that hints otherwise. And as well, with this most recent pump, it has broken the trend of being below the 21-day moving average for the last 3 days. But is this significant? Will it hold? Or in fact, is this just a little bit of a fake out rally pump before a very dirty dump? Dirty dumpage. And as well, guys, as we're clearly below the 21 and 50-day moving average for the SPX, we're actually holding so far a very key level for the last 4 days at this very, very important level here. But if we go to the weekly chart, you can see even more why this is key. This is the 21-week moving average for the SPX. So just like the Bitcoin weekly chart, we're getting a bounce at this 21 weekly on the SPX as well. But guys, we cannot forget the fact that we just set weekly bearish divergence here on this RSI. And we're going to be talking about some altcoins because some very key bounces have happened at some very exact levels. You guys are not going to want to miss out on this altcoin update. And most importantly, I firmly believe that if we get rejected right here, guys, we're about to initiate a substantial drop. Let's do this. Wow, welcome back to the channel, you beautiful people of planet Girth. We have so much to be delving into in this webisode, with Bitcoin expirations coming very shortly, with huge whale activity, and more importantly, we had a nice little price movement to the upside today. Now, is this going to be short-lived? Is this a precursor of what is to come tomorrow? Or is this just a massive, massive fake out before a big, dirty dump? Guys, we've got so much to delve into. So as well, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you get updated when we upload new videos. And as well, congrats to the winner of the ledger yesterday, guys. But if you want to enter for these ledgers, make sure to drop your comment below and include in your comment what you think will happen tomorrow with these Bitcoin options expirations. Do you think anything will happen? Do you think a massive pumpage, massive dumpage, or just an eensy-weensy, teensy-weensy little squirt? Wow, so guys, we can start off here on the 1 hour chart for Bitcoin. We had some confirmed bullish divergence, okay, where we had a low, a lower low, and then the RSI we had a low and a higher low, and you see that obviously amounted in a pretty significant move, okay, with that low being 10,002 all the way up to about 10,720, okay? So roughly about $500 pump over the last few hours. Now, is this significant? Well, for one, if we take a look on this weekly chart, this is big for one reason why we cannot get ultra bearish just yet, and that's because this 21-week moving average, the most key moving average, in my opinion, is still being held for the 4th week in a row for Bitcoin. And importantly here, guys, this RSI, again, we talked about why this is so significant, so we're not going to spend a lot of time delving into that. But again, this is a very key area. This is make or break moment for Bitcoin, and this is going to determine what happens along this 21-week moving average is going to determine what's going to happen over the next 2 months, in my opinion, okay? So we clearly had that bullish divergence, and that actually did push us back above the 21-day moving average as well. So we have not gone below the 21-week. We've been bouncing there, but we have been below the 21-day for Bitcoin for the past 4 days, and now we're above that now. So again, guys, this is still not a trend reversal, so don't get too excited just yet. It is a short-term move. I mean, these bounces up and down happen within trends all the time. So again, this doesn't mean anything just yet until we get more confirmations. The only thing I think on this chart that means anything is so far holding support on this 21-week, right? I don't think anything super significant has happened on the daily charts just yet, but actually something I want to jump into as well with the SPX. We've gotten that 21-week bounce right here as well, around 3,200, which is very key as we've been trading below the 21-day and 50-day moving average. Okay, but you can see here, this is a very key level we've had eyed up, and so far we're finding support there. We've had bounces here multiple times back in January, and then as well a rejection back in June, and then we traded here for about a month back in July, right? Basically the entire month of July, this was the key level. that we were trying to break above. Very similar to Bitcoin's $10,000 resistance, that is hopefully turning into support here. If we're going to see some upside momentum over the next few weeks, then again, this needs to turn in to support. But guys, as well, I want to jump into this. Ethereum has actually held one of our key levels. We have this box here, and you can see we actually did not so far set a lower low. Our low was around 310, and we've actually come down over the last few days to about 312, 313. So technically, this is not a lower low, okay? You can see clearly here we did not go below this level as we did. I mean, we came incredibly close, but technically we didn't break below that level there. And most interestingly, I think here is that Chainlink bounced at our exact next level target to the downside, right around $7.30. Okay, our next level to the downside below that would have been exactly about $5 or about $5.10. But so far we're getting a strong bounce here. Okay, this is one of the levels we're eyeing up for strong support. But clearly Chainlink is not looking insanely bullish, and none of the altcoins are looking too great over the past few weeks. But as you can see here on the weekly chart, we're trying to maintain as well that 21 weekly. So we see this battle taking place amongst so many different charts, and not even just crypto charts, right? We showed you the SPX. This is happening across the board, where the very key decisive 21-week moving average is becoming the absolute blast zone for these assets. But before we do, I want to inform you there is going to be a Pheamax trading competition going on. So as well, if you're new to trading, definitely don't join this. But if you have experience trading, you want to support the channel, and you want to get in on some trading competition, make sure to join Pheamax, linked below, where you get nice bonuses. And you can trade a wide variety of cryptos, including Chainlink. And as well, guys, could Bitcoin actually soar tomorrow, right? Because of this expiration. So we're going to be taking a look at whale data and this. So Bitcoin prices dipped yesterday to weekly lows, but bounced today as the markets await the expiration of Bitcoin options tomorrow on several exchanges. Meanwhile, though, a lot of Bitcoin is being moved around, and we're going to show you this. But the latest of these large movements involved a 208 million inflow to Binance and OKX, all between anonymous wallets. Also, a transfer of 1,100 Bitcoin has been tracked to an unknown wallet on Bitstamp. An expiration of Bitcoin options and futures provides some indication as to the possible price action on the crypto pair. A lot of the Bitcoin options positions, which are worth about $1 billion, are set to expire between 11 and 12,000. The price, therefore, is higher than what Bitcoin currently is trading. If these options are exercised, we could see price appreciate as the market tries to erase the arbitrage situation. However, options contracts do not obligate the holder to exercise them, so if these options are left unexercised, prices may stay the same or even drop. However, a key factor to consider is the price at which these contracts were purchased. And guys, with that being said, you can see just over the last 24 hours, we've seen some massive transfers, right? Almost 4,000 Bitcoin worth about $40 million transferred from OKX to Binance. Same thing, 5,000 transferred worth about 51 million. Then we have 10, 35 million, 35, another 35 million, 20 million, and then we get back down to about like the 2 to 10 millions, which again is still significant, but we're seeing some huge whale numbers. Again, you can see here, 31 million, 20 million, another 20 million, we got 10, 7, 6, 30 million again, 24 million again, 24 million again, guys. So there is huge amounts of Bitcoin. There's some NEO in there, USDT, some even Tron. We're seeing a lot of cryptocurrencies being traded around right now, right? We're seeing a lot of movement. So I think within the next 24 hours, we are definitely going to see some very big volatility in the market. And guys, what do you think this whale data means? Why do you think everybody's transferring all of this money, right? This is huge. So if we jump into this Gemini chart here, this is the daily chart that I've been watching for a few days now, where we've essentially fallen out of this ascending channel. And right now, at this very moment, we're testing the very bottom to get back into this channel. You can see right at about $10,740 is where that is. You can see we're right there, right? We came slightly below it, kind of finding support here at these previous lows, and we're trying to get above this. Now, if we do not get above this, and if we actually get this rejection below this 21-day moving average right here, which is currently about 10,005, if we get a rejection here, then I think it's actually possible, a situation we talked about yesterday, we could be seeing a large dump to the low 9,000s, right? And again, this would coincide with the options expiration, which a lot of people think this actually might cause a pump. But with that being said, could we actually see the opposite? Could we see a dump because of that? A lot of crazy stuff going on the charts right now, but I would recommend looking at these 1 and 4 hours for these divergences to kind of spot some of these moves. Again, I think these have been extremely reliable lately, is just trying to spot some 1 and 4 hour divergences. Specifically, I think the 1 hour has been pretty good. This is where we've seen a lot of the breakouts actually take place over the last few weeks. Again, this is a $500 move, but looking on the 1 hour chart, that's actually significant. And $500 is not too much, but what that did is put us back above the 21-day moving average, which is very key, especially in some very high tension levels like we're seeing in Bitcoin now. Wow, guys, so make sure to drop your comment below to enter for this ledger. And if you have experience trading and you want to support the channel, make sure to sign up with our exchanges below where you get some very nice deposit bonuses. Bybit specifically has a 20% fee reduction for trading, and Femex has a trading competition coming up, so register on there if you haven't already. And 10% off T4 if you want to learn charting, trading, getting access to my portfolio, and as well updates throughout the week. 10% off with the code BILLIONS at checkout.